Welcome the Education Commission of the States to the great state of Missouri. Since 1965, ECS has brought together leaders, innovators, and educators to support states in their efforts to provide a quality education to every child. So on behalf of the Show Me State, I welcome you to St. Louis, a city whose place in American history is so strikingly symbolized by the iconic Gateway Arch, which makes this skyline instantly recognizable. My political history would have two people before me when I started politics as a state senator, two before me as a state senator when that arch built. The story would have it, once it was completed, then Senator Earl Blackwell, who has now passed, was the first person to attempt and successfully succeed flying through that in an airplane. I asked him one time after that which way he was going to go. He said, well, you know, it's the gateway to the west. You have to go from the Illinois side across. I said, what was that like? He said, well, you know, it's not that hard to hit it. You know, the hole there, but when you get to the other side, those buildings come up really, really fast. But his co-pilot, a fellow named Jim Beam, was extremely helpful in getting him back to our home area about 50 miles south of here. But so no one has, I believe, flown through that arch since, and I would not recommend it for any of you. But to give you some sense of our willingness to explore the West. This was also the starting point for the vast territory of the West to be more than 200 years ago explored by Lewis and Clark. And as we went through the 200th anniversary and saw that, for those of you west of us, we were very glad to explore you and even more glad to have you here today. St. Louis was also the place where the first public kindergarten was started over 140 years ago by a pioneer in education named Susan Blow. She recognized the importance of starting children on the right path in a quality education, and down in Carondelet and Des Peres here, about 8 miles south of here, was the first public school kindergarten in America. And that has always been a key starting point for us, and as governor of the state, her portrait also is in my office. So I start each day when I walk in, the first thing I see is her sternly looking at me, and I check my tie and try to make sure that I live up to her high expectations of a kindergartner. Now, for more than 200 years, St. Louis and the state of Missouri have served as a crossroads for our nation, for commerce and agriculture, education, and the arts. St. Louis has been known throughout the years for many of the well-known brands that emanated from here: Rawlings Baseballs, Energizer Batteries, Enterprise Cars, Purina Pet Food. There's also this little brewery down the street. Governor Hickenlooper, you might want to try some of our products also. When in your state, I do. I support yours also. We've got our sights set firmly on the future. St. Louis ranks 5th among the best cities for young entrepreneurs and 1st in technology job growth. Throughout Missouri, the eye to the future guides us to build a better and brighter tomorrow for our children as well. And nothing will have a greater impact on our children's future than the commitment that we make right now and each and every day to their education. Here in Missouri, education is an enduring value that unites us all, and that predates even Susan Blow. Because when a child of want and a child of wealth walk through schoolhouse doors, they walk through as equals. And it is up to us to ensure that we are instilling in them the values of knowledge, curiosity, and citizenship. After all, education is the best economic development tool there is. By the next decade, nearly 2/3 of all jobs in the United States will require some type of post-secondary education, and that's why we are working very hard to make that affordable and to embrace the future. So we want you to have a great time here this week, be a productive work, but also recognize we've got great restaurants, including outstanding Italian food, both downtown here and on the Hill. There's a world-class zoo in Forest Park, a lot of great music venues all over the area. I hope that you have time to explore the wonderful things that St. Louis and the Show Me State have to offer, and I am very glad you are our guests this week and look forward to making it a very, very effective week and fun week for you all too. It is now my duty to give the shortest introduction of a president of an organization ever in introducing my great friend and a leader for America, the governor of the great state of Colorado, John Hickenlooper. John, if you would.